inside! All side bitte!
What's the deal, gang? This is a very interesting opening here because we had a candle close back up above range, and the first thing this hourly did is create a bottom wick. If this hourly flips, I'm gonna have buys. I mean, if it flips right now. So yeah, I guess you can say we have a buy stop right here. Sorry, just the first thing as hopping on here. We had an hourly close, form a support, close back up above range here. Right? So if we're able to, I don't even know how to look at this, like. And the first thing we did here is grab this bottom wick. Just make sure you're accounting for spread. My spread might be a little higher right now because we're just hopping into Asian session, but we might have really early positions here. This is just a closure back in range and a fake out. And we'll be in as soon as this candle flips. Got really close here. So we had a massive bullish day, right? Heading up towards the all-time highs. There's not too many ranges here, right? Especially on the higher time frame. The higher time frame levels haven't really established here. Chat, just be aware, we got a buy stop here at 2115.66. That's about to get activated if we flip. All right, yeah, so I'm in a position here right now. We just flipped. I got buys going on here. I mean, all-time highs is 2170, right? So I'm not sure where we're gonna go. I think I'm just gonna target the current highs we've created so far today. Let's see if we can come up a little bit. Our advantage point here is 2116.7.8, so that's about 11-12 pips. So I'm gonna expect to tap that area. Okay. The hourly's closed back in range, so I'm expecting a fake out here. Okay. Now, let's get back into our actual breakdown. What I wanted to say is we kind of have to go off the lower time frame for levels, because you might not have too much info when it comes to the hourly and the higher time frame. Alright, so we're gonna look to retest the highs. Let me see. The basis for the position here, obviously you guys understand, is the fact that we closed bullish at a support, and now we closed on the hourly back into range, which is a fake out. First thing we did, come down and grab that bottom wick, and if we're expecting to tap the highs to fill the range, which is what gold is very good at doing, right? It's very good at creating ranges, resistance, support, and then it's very good at, sorry, I'll make it lower. It's very good at filling the ranges, right? So as soon as it fills the range, it should make a decision, right? So it should technically come back to the top of the range before it makes a decision whether it wants to come back up or down. But if whether it is to come up or down, it needs to come up to the next level, or next area of resistance, right? And as we get to our advantage point here, we're gonna have to. Our advantage point is another 3 to 4 pips here. Yeah, I'm looking to here roughly 21.16.8 at 21.16. Okay, chat. I'm gonna close half here at 12. Pulled back right as I fucking said that. So I closed half at 11, and my stops are at BE at this point. And we're gonna look for a runner just up to the top of the range. Honestly, I'm not looking for much, but at this point there should be no risk on the table. Okay. So congrats, we got 11, and we have a runner. And I mean, that was pretty early. Kind of sad now. I mean, we don't really have a runner, right? This could come back down, take us out, and then go. We don't have a really great entry here as far as this candle is concerned, if it starts like closing here, right? But it's very early in the candle, so we have time, right? Maybe it'll take us up to 21.17.9, 21.18, and if we can get up there at 21.18, you have a chance to, you know, take some more off the table. I mean, we don't even have 300 people in here. I typically don't even do a breakdown unless there's 300. The unicycle karate? No, that's my unicycle fencing class. That's actually a real picture from my class. That thumbnail, that's an actual picture. You guys thought I was playing with all these things I do. I really fucking go underwater skydiving. You've seen that one. You guys seen the horseback snowboarding. Today, I gave you a sneak peek at my unicycle fencing class. How you think about the all-time highs trading? I'm not a big fan because it's very arbitrary, right? We don't have historical price data once we're above 2150 here. And at that level, at that point, it's like, all right, you want to take an entry, great, you closed above, right? But where are you taking it to? And how do you know if there's a level right above where you close because you've never been there? There might be a strong rejection above there, right? So it's like, it's very arbitrary. Pulling back here. Getting close. Will we survive this? I don't know. I don't know. Early in the candle. Went up, went down. Really close. I don't know. I don't think we'll survive this the way they just pulled back. I honestly, to be quite honestly, I didn't expect to really have many positions today or much opportunity today because of the drive from earlier in the day. I figured that we're gonna range at this in this area. I mean, there's some small range to be taken advantage of, right? But it's not like 100, 200 pip range. You have like 30, 40 pips of range to play with. We're about to get taken out almost. Yep, there you go, chat. Break even hit. So, I only closed half my position, so whack. I really thought that would run to the top of the range, but still a W. Can't say whack, right? It's still a W. We'll watch it run now. Just needed to take us out. But we don't care. Right, chat? We'll have more opportunities here, right? As we start closing above. Maybe it's just reacting to the 21.15.8 level. All right, so let's see if the 30 can close above there. And if it can, maybe we'll have the opportunity to take the same exact trade just off the 30. And if we start coming back down below 21.13, then maybe we'll have a chance to actually grab some sells. It depends on how we form here. I think for sells though, you're gonna need for us to come up and tap resistance. Right, so if you're gonna have sells, you need to come up here to that area and flip. Right. Hey, how can I help you, young lady? So something like this. This is when you can have sells. What happened? How can I help you? What was that? Come here. Love you. What is that? Perfume? Why are you putting on perfume right now? What is that? Is that mom's?
That's soap.
That's what?
That's soap.
Oh, that's soap. Alright. Go. Go. Just do me a favor. Close my door. Thank you. Love you. Well, look at this. It tapped our advantage point here, right on the hourly that we called. It actually tapped it on the dot. All right, let's close this out. We said we were looking for this area as an advantage point. Look at that. It tapped it on the dot, and that's where it rejected. So play your ranges, right? Play your ranges. You don't know if, if it's going to come back on you or not. Especially with a smaller account. I always say this, right? Start securing. Secure as much as possible if you have a smaller account, just to build it up. Will we be looking for some more positions? Yeah, I mean, like, it's just got to set up. We reflipped the 4 hours on its way down, right? It depends. If the 4 hour can come down here, I want to see what our ranges look like back in the days here. Right, because this is all these ranges are off the 5 that I have drawn. 15 and 5. You guys are lucky. I got 20,000 candles. That's that premium, baby. Sam. Yeah, so we have a support. We haven't broken it yet, right? We're kind of ranging. We try to drive up off the support, rejected, came back down to it, and we're stuck in a range, and we can't get out of it. And we got started speaking faster than I think. Yeah, so we're gonna need to see a concrete indication that we're getting out of the range so we can actually take advantage of the range. Right? We need to see volume. Volume is a closure outside the range. Yes, chat. By the way, drop a like, sub to the channel, turn on your notifications so you know when we're on. If you're new here, so you don't forget. And go follow the IG. Yo. Damn. Eddie's big dog tonight. Eddie got Wix in the background. Check that out. Yeah, we all going to Eddie's house for Asian session. Look at that. It's like an infinite loop. Yeah. Eddie panicked for a second. Hold on. Do I have anything that's incriminating out right now? Eddie looked back in his room like, damn, half this bitch is incriminating right now. I'm alive. That's 10 to 15 if they could zoom in on the closet. Oh, shit. All right, we're coming down. 15 closed above, so this first candle coming down below here. Will we get a closure belowsure? Gotta wait. Or was this the liquidity grab to now finally take us up? You have any tips on trading where we don't really have any past price action to give us key levels? Yes, wait for it to be created. Like when we get to all-time highs, I don't trade. Not like, oh, I'm not trading at all. I'm like, if price at that specific moment is at a level where it has never been before, the first time we're there, I'm going to let it create some kind of range. I'm going to let it establish some levels, whatever time frame it wants to do it on. And then when it pulls back, right, I'll trade the range. When we establish a resistance and a support, I'll trade them. Anything else is arbitrary, right? There's no, it's price never been there. There's no historical price data. What are you basing it on? Just what? I know it didn't come to you in a dream. It only happens to me, right? And you're just guessing. Started with $70 live, going to 70K in 10 trades, doubling every trade I'm on. Trade 4 for now. 70, or you could just do it in 8 trades, right? And start at $280 and just give yourself, you know, make it easier. 2 trades. Are my levels based off? They're based off the 15 and 5 closures here because we don't really have hourly levels. So when I look back to the last time we were at 2100 on gold, these are 5-minute levels, and they tend to coincide with the most recent 5 and 15. So that's how I got my levels. Could this be a breakout? Yeah, it could also be a fake out. We could come back close within above the range, but if we get this 4-hour closure like this, right? But then you guys remember what happened yesterday? Does it look exactly like yesterday? Because then the 4-hour closure gave you that strong bearish move, and I'm like, we got to correct some of this. And now, look, it's doing the same thing. So it really depends, you know, bearish or bullish, right? Look at yesterday's 4-hour closure in the evening, and it, right, you think, oh shit, that's massive bearish 4-hour candle. Create that top wick, and it just never comes down, and the price continues up. And this is how it formed. So we're probably in this part of the movement here right now, right? You establish the next support, and it's going to take, look at this. Look how many hours it took. So if this is your 9 p.m. candle, you have 10, 11, 12, 1 a.m., 2 a.m. London open, took off, right? So pullback, New York, took off. Very similar to what's going on right now. This area. I just think it's going to take quite a bit of time to set up for an actual drive. We can play the range and stay within the range, but the actual drive is like the market is in that part of the cycle where we are ranging through the Asian session. Because of the massive daily moves, the London setups for, you know, London has been the pullback for the New York, and the Asian has been the range to kind of grab orders out of the way. See what happens. You range, you break out to one direction, which is a fake out. It tends to be the daily pullback, and then finally the drive for the daily. But if we are the pullback for the daily, right? Then we're in the bottom wick, right? So then can we expect to come down a bit further for that bottom wick? Because we are going to retest the highs. We're going to come back here to 2018, 2020 areas. We're going to come back, retest the highs in order for the market to decide if it's going to continue up or reject and come back down. It's just when and in what fashion. We will retest the highs. Gold will do that. I think in November, when we were looking at the monthly and December, people were like, when are you looking for gold to retest the highs? And we said it. We said, hey, February, March, April, like you can see it set up for that was the earliest we saw it. We was like, all right, there's potential, but it's a few months down the road. The very earliest probably March, April. And that's exactly what's happening. Except yesterday's 4-hour broke highs and then closed bearish. No, it didn't break highs. It didn't break the daily highs. That was the highs that mattered. Just like today, it didn't break the daily highs. It didn't do that. It created a small wick, and I said before it does come down, it's going to have to break the daily highs to make a decision. And it broke the daily highs and never came back down. Because the decision was to continue up. Are those thumbnails AI? Yes. No, I did a real live fucking photo session. Like, what's the other multiple choice here? What are you saying? Shit. It's only the beginning of the week. The month is just getting started, chat. Don't stress. The 30 close below might drive down more because there's free traffic. No, it's not free. Gotta pay for it. It's gonna cost you some commissions to be in that traffic. And some heartache and a bit of stress. Yeah, we can. So we're going to have to, if we are to drive down, we're going to have to establish, right? This can fill the range all at once, right? Until, because here's the thing. The previous candle closed barely a bottom wick, but very small bottom wick, previous 15. And it closed still in range. So we haven't had a closure outside the range, right? We have these lousy fives that are trickling down. But the higher time frame still hasn't had a closure outside the range. So the 30 has a chance in 3 minutes, right? At that point, once we finally do have a 30 closure outside the range, if it wants to fill the range, fine, because it'll come back and retest this area. And if it is to come up, it'll come back then down to, right? It'll do, let me draw this out because otherwise it's just squares, right? If it does fill the range, if it wants to continue down, right, it'll come back up. It'll do this. Right, come back down. And if it wants to go down, it'll break the lows. If it doesn't, it'll come back over here, respect. And if it is to come up, it's going to have to retest this area. Right? If it's going to come down, it's going to start closing below here. But if it's going to come back up, it's going to retest this area and then start closing back in range and doing all this. So here's the key. You want to pay attention because the probability, if this starts pulling back up, right, there's a high chance that it closes back up in range over here. You're going to wait for a support to be created. Support can be created here. Support can be reached at this area where it already exists. But whatever it is, you're going to wait for it to be created. At that point, right, that's technically your range 2. You have your range 1, you have your range 2, once again. So you close back up above this area. That's your range 1. Fake out, you going back up. But if you end up respecting this area, as a resistance, you'll look for positions somewhere on this candle, not on this candle, right? This is where you're going to look for positions. And not here, because there's a chance to come back up in range. So wait for support to be created. Like I said, it could be here at the bottom, but it can happen in the middle of the range here. It can happen. There's one that exists here, but it can happen mid-range here. And then it'll come back up, retest this area, and you'll see either a respect or you'll see a closure above. And if it closes above, you're heading back up in range. That's your fake out, right? That's your first initial attempt at a fake out to retest these levels. And you have to come back up here before the market overall decides if it wants to go any further up or down. But once you establish a support here, and the market starts pulling up, or if you establish it here, or if you establish it here, and the market starts pulling up, it'll have to come back down to whatever support it makes if it is to come back up and drive, right? If it starts respecting resistance, and if it starts breaking above, you're looking at your fake outs. Just follow me? Everybody follow me?
Remember it. Write it down. Take a picture. I don't give a fuck.
Capiche? Capiche, chat? It's a lot of squares. That's a lot of squares. So let's wait for it to create a support, come back up to resistance. And you also know that if you come back up to resistance, reject, and break the support established, you're driving. So let's say you come down here, right? You come down here. Oh, whoops, sorry. Say you come down here and actually, what the fuck is up with these colors? They don't listen. Come down here and actually respect this area. Next time you break it, you're going to drive. So if you have this, you created a support, and then you get this, right? You can be confident that at this level here, you can be highly confident, over 80%, right? Maybe 90% in terms of our trades playing out at this area, that now you're heading down after establishing a support here, heading up, grabbing orders, and now breaking that support. And that should fall in line at some point with the higher time frame here, probably with the hourly up in the 4 hour as you're closing. So just, it would make sense, right? Make it make sense, chat. We broke and high again? No, we broke high again. No, we're not broke and high again. We broke highs again. All right, yep. Anyway, but we will get high again. We broken high again. How'd you determine a level at 2110.65? That's a level off the 5. Off the 5 minute. See it? Right there, right there. Yeah, let it drive. It'll establish a support. It'll come back up. It'll grab orders, or it'll come back up in range. One of the two. I heard you blew an account before. Is that true? And I liked it. Taste of those empty pockets. Привет. What's the deal? Do they have top wick? Do we still need a top wick on 30-minute? Yes. I liked it. Damn, 5 months. What's the deal? What's the deal? Tomorrow PMI news, is US going to be up or down? I don't know, but my goal is to, whether it's up or down, is to be up. My goal is to be up, whether it's up or down. Straight up. Straight cheese. Why are you not showing up in New York session anymore? What do you mean? I was there today. I'm there. Roam in the back streets. Oh, hold on, chat. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Chat, give me a couple minutes. I gotta take care of something. Hold on a second. know what they wanted, chat? They were asking me for pineapples. I just went over there and cut up some pineapples, and now they're sitting over there just eating pineapples. See, they're their father's kids. Alright, so look at that. See, we rejected off that 2010 level perfectly to the T. That tells me it was a solid level to put on the chart. Now will we drive back up in range? Or will gold stay strange? Give them some celery with the pineapple. They love celery too. Why are you scared of it going up? We don't have any positions arising yet. And if we come up with, then we can have a decent. What? Yes, it's that time. Oy vey, chat. Oy vey. Yo, you need to stop blinking over here behind me. I feel like I'm getting pulled over with these blue blinking lights behind me. What's the deal, Juice Box? Well, who are you telling how it makes your piss smell? You know, if we can tap here. No, we're gonna wait for the 4-hour close. Sorry, we're not tapping nothing. We tapped. I was gonna say, if we can tap 21.13.64 and then re-break the lows on the 15, I might have sells, but it's the last 15 of the 4-hour, which I'd rather see through. All before she was done, Juice Box? That's wild. Oh, that's Hank? That's baby Hank? Is that baby Hank, or is that just Juice Box? Is that a different Hank? Business and onion on the 15th coming up to fill the range. Maybe, but I would consider that an onion if every other time frame was bullish. Like, let's say we had a bullish hourly closure, and or not even. Let's say this was an established range. Like an onion was here. This was an onion. This 30 close up here. Uh-oh, hold on, chat, my kids. Hold on, chat. They're playing with the robotics in the house. The robot's off duty. Turn him off. Why are you messing with him? You're messing with him. He's supposed to be sleeping right now in charge, and leave the robot alone. No. All right. Yeah. I am tired, chat. Where's Mr. Harris? Mr. Harris in the house? Expectation for the next 4 hours. So this is key, depending on how we open. I don't want to place trades within this range right now between, you know, between 10 and 12. 21.10, 21.12. Can you draw a scenario? I mean, go back like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. We drew out everything. I was expecting us to fill the range to 2010, right? That was a level we drew out. It tapped it on the dot, rejected, and I said we're gonna wait for it to come back up and establish a resistance. So if we get a bearish closure here, maybe we're establishing a resistance on a smaller time frame. And if this happens, if we can come up and tap 21.13 and flip bearish, I'll look for sells. If we can come back up here and close above 2113.64, I might look for buys. When we get closures above 2020, there's range up there. I mean, we go look back historically, right? We're good until 2150. We have price data, technically. All right, so let's go. See, so we have price data above 2120 and 0 5-minute levels. See, and everything else falls apart. There's really no levels on another time frame, just a 5 here. So then you go back to the current time frame, and this is what it would look like above there. And if you want to trade 2119 to 33, I would suggest waiting for some levels to be established within this range. I lost all the count. Please give mod on this. Are you really the captain? I'm gonna need you to hop onto the Zoom. Captain. And then we talk about it. Shkama.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
Two minutes here to the close. Stream. True. Scamming to get free zooms. Excuse me, chat.
The smoke got me. I got bronchitis.
Back. True. The schmuck. Okay, a lot will depend on how we open up here, because like we can come up, tap resistance and continue down, but we can come down, tap support and continue up, since we kind of held it here on a smaller time frame. Hold on, gang. So this is interesting. Because if we are to come up to 2019, we'll have to come back down to tap some support, but to reject off something, right? So can we get a bottom wick here first, and we have a top wick as well here on the 30. I don't know, this is interesting because we can also fill this 30 bottom wick as it's also a 4-hour bottom wick, right? So even though the 30 is closed bullish, the higher time frames are bearish. So let's see what it does first here. If we can tap 21.1364 and come back down and flip bearish, right, in that order, if we do that first, then that's very interesting. If it flips bearish right now, comes down, it's a difficult game to play here. Any reason we didn't take the sells on the 4-hour break of the lows with the 30? The 30 didn't have a top wick. The 30 came straight down after this. And before this, we didn't have a closure below the range, so I expected us to form a support, which it did right now, right? Because there was a high chance of this candle coming back up in range and just closing above, and I didn't want to be the bottom wick, right, of the fake out. So I'm going to give it a chance to come up and fail or actually succeed, and then, you know, proceed accordingly. Hold on, chat. Chat, when you form like this, right, and you close mid-range here, you cannot look for buys or sells unless you get to the previous support or resistance. Because this right here is an indecision level. You have two high time frames telling you opposite stories, but the market structure, right, the prices the market needs to tap are the same, right? The market needs to come back to 2110 and the market needs to go up to 2119. How it does that in between these areas and in what order, it's a little bit difficult to tell. So you're gonna need it to come back and retap a support or resistance, right? And make another decision at it. Whether it's in the form of a top wick to 2013 and a drive to 2010 and then a support back up to 2019, or whether it's a retap of 2010, a drive down, continued drive down, or a tap of 2010 and come back up above 2013, it needs to get to a, you know, an area it can drive from. Right now it's not in an area where the market drives from, so that's why you see it ranging. once it gets to an area where the market drives from, where there are orders sitting, at that point you need to start paying attention and locking in, right? For now, it's a bit difficult. Our initial buy, right? If it was off a support here, no top wick, re-breaking the highs, right? But now we're bearish, 4-hour close bearish. And if that's the key, right? If that's what it is, then we probably have to wait. And the hourly's bearish, right? And the 4 hours bearish. We probably have to wait for the 30 to close bearish or tap a resistance and flip. I'm on 2% on sale. Well, do a BOGO and you got a deal. I don't care what it is. Deal. Thumbnails are getting fire. Yeah, before they were just lit. Now they're getting fire. Yeah, Juicebox, take those ranges for granted, right? And then they don't exist, and it's like, please give me a range. Give me a fake out. Give me something. Know how to ride a unicycle? Of course. I wouldn't be Wix if I didn't know how to ride a unicycle. Comes with the territory. What's the brand of the light behind you? Right here. Eco Smart. This shit came from Walmart. Oh no, I'm sorry. The Walmart was the broken one. This one came from Home Depot. Got this shit at Home Depot. Oh, nice. My, wait. Yeah. My Minecraft lightsabers just came in, chat. Oh, man. I can't wait to give these out to all the kids in the neighborhood. I give them about 3 hours till they're all injured. gonna be fun. Fuck with rollerblades back in the days. And I used to ride rollerblades. I've never really fucked with them. It'd be difficult. You'd be sliding back every time. You'd be like, ah, nope, hold me back, hold me back, hold me back. Oh, hold me back, hold me back, hold me back. Be hard as hell with rollerblades on. I used to ride, you know where we used to ride in New York? We used to go down to the, I don't know if you ever heard of the Brooklyn Banks. Right under the Brooklyn Bridge, there used to be like a nice little skate park. And I had my Solomons, and then I had my K2s, and then my Solomons. It was a long time ago. I was like, that's like 25 years ago. It's like 14, 13. Go skate there at the banks, be packed. Yeah. Still got him, 27 years old. No, that shit was like 27 years ago. For me. Cause yeah, it used to be a whole thing going to the city, right? Like you throw your skates on your shoulder, you grab your backpack, you hop onto the Q train or the B train, you get that to the city, and you know, you get off on like Lexington, and you go skate or get off downtown and then skate your ass to the banks. It used to be dope. Be like 13, 14 years old, just roaming around all of New York City. It's like, you know. We almost, chat, the day that they hit the Twin Towers, right? When the towers were hit on 9/11, that day we planned to skip school and go skating, right? Because they're like, if you've ever been like along before they were knocked down, there used to be like a park downstairs where all the skateboarders used to come down, and right between the two towers they would skateboard, and always get chased by security. There'd be stairs, there'd be like benches you can grind on, right? And like we were supposed to skip class and go there, and a couple of us did, well, a couple of other people did, and they got caught up in the city. They had to walk back to Brooklyn across the bridge when the towers went down. Lucky they survived, right? I just seen the shit. I was in class. I was in high school sitting in calculus class. This shit happened. Came on the news. Yeah, and then you walk outside, like, you didn't hear it, but you could see it, like, right? We could see it. Like, you could see it from my balcony, like, we're looking right at it. It was, so, if miles-wise, it was 7 miles. Like, if you're driving, it was 11 miles as a drive to get to the Twin Towers from my house. But it was 7 mile, like, if it's a straight road and there was no highway that curves, it's a 7 miles away, right? So from my house, you were looking, if you looked 7 miles straight from my balcony, you'd see it. And 7 miles ain't shit in reality, right? He was 2 months old. I was sitting in class. Should have rebuilt the same exact buildings bigger and taller. You know what? I was a fan of that. I was a fan of building something similar, but maybe even bigger. I wasn't a fan of that, of the whole complex that they did with the one tower. I thought, like, if that's gonna happen in New York, like, New York is gonna have to, like, that's it. Like, New York is gonna have to build the tallest tower in the world, right? We should have had the fucking Burj Twin Towers. That's what it should have been. We did build one that's the tallest, and this should have been the tallest building in the world. New York. Think about it. There's like people in Dubai that like live on a higher floor than the entire new Freedom Tower. Was it like 110 floors, something like that? People in Dubai are like, psh, my bedroom's on a $160. Something like that. Yeah, like I'm not a big fan. Like if your ears pop in the elevator on the way up to your apartment, like I'd probably leave the house once a day. And that would be like the first thing in the morning, and I probably wouldn't come back until I needed to sleep. Imagine the power goes out. Oh, leg day. Leg day, baby. So we came down and made that bottom wick, but the first 15 closed bearish. A chance this could be a top wick and a continued drive down, unless this 15 now closes bullish. And then we get another bottom wick. So we either come back up above 2113 or we still need to re-break the lows. Feeling a building sway in the wind is not for me. Shit, just knowing that it sways is not for me. Like, even if I didn't feel it. Although, like, it's crazy. Like, how tall is the Eiffel Tower? The Eiffel Tower is not that tall, right? And when I went up the Eiffel Tower, it was windy, and they closed the elevator that takes you up, and they said you had to walk. And when we were walking, like, when you get up to the top, that shit sways like a good meter, like a yard or two in each direction, right? And it's like, how long this shit been here? You say it's been standing for $120, 120 years, or whatever. How long? It's like, hey, this price eventually needs to come down, right? Can it not come down when I'm on it? And I felt that sway, right? When I went up, to be honest with you, when I went up to on the Statue of Liberty, it didn't really sway like that. Like you don't feel it. But like it wasn't really windy like that though. But like on the Eiffel Tower, you really felt that. It was windy as fuck. Yeah, I'm good on the ground floor over here. I'm good right here. I like earth, right? Like I'm not big on water. Like I don't really want to be on a boat. I'm not big about the whole boat thing, right? Like I'm cool on land and I don't need to be up in the air and shit. I'm cool right here. Chilling. Got a top wick. I want a steeper top wick and then we can have cells, but until then, nice 15 top wick, broke the highs, but I wanted to offer resistance. Didn't tap anything really here. Why do you have all this fib and trend tools pinned? You don't use it? Ah, good question. Actually, it's an irrelevant question, but I'll answer it. So when I just started trading, I did use them. And I set this up, the favorites, from like 5 years ago. 4 years ago when I just started trading. And I used to use everything, like if it's in here, I used to use it. If it's in the available toolbox, I used to use it. And these were just the ones I used the most. And then over time, I got rid of everything and only kept price action. But at one point, I used them all. Give me a sec. I haven't heard from the 4-year-old in a little while. She's probably planning something. They got an army. this is my work. Yes, this is our work. Two minutes here for the 30 close. Ew, Wix as an Android. Ew, your mother's a man. Ew. No, I'm just. All right, Cedric, don't stir the pot. Don't stir the pot. Just, it's natural, right? Like, it's natural. I don't mean to get rude. It's just, it's a defense mechanism. I use it to cope. That is messed up. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that. I'm sorry. Slipped out. I won't do it again. No, now I feel bad. You guys made me feel bad now. Super side eye. It's just jokes. Sorry, who do I gotta apologize to? Oh, that was Sultan, right? I'm sorry. No, you're right. Ew. Ew. Android. Ew. You're right. I'm sorry. Imagine I'm not wrong. Be fucked up. But you smoke weed only when you're not trading, or you use it to come you also when you're trading? No, I just smoke weed. I just smoke. It's not because like I need it to calm me down in trading, or when I'm not trading, I just smoke weed. I'm just a weed head. Like an extremely functional weed head at that. All right, hold on one second. I'm here. I hear you. Just call me. Rolling and trading right now is we. Oh, yeah, rolling a J, right? All right. I looked upstairs thinking that was my kids yelling. No, that's I got these little demons running around here. You rolling off the Tesla? We be tweaking like every single weekend. We be tweaking. Been told you have a copycat. He wasn't really a copycat or a doppelganger. He was nothing like you, Captain. He was actually very unlike you. That's how it was easy to tell, right? It was like, it was a wolf in sheep's clothing, but he got the clothes at like a flea market. So, you know what I mean? Or a circus shop. So like, I'm not famous? No. You smoke too much. Too much, man. I smoke too much. Well, lucky you then. You see the level of productivity you're getting from a high Wix? I wish I was that lucky when I was trading, when I was coming up. Oh, chat, hold on a second. Kids are calling. Hold on. Time to call it. No. But I am tired. You guys ever seen that? You guys ever seen that video? Wait, where is it? Let me find it. Like end of the world. You guys ever seen that video? Has ever seen this one?
Okay, so here's the Earth. Chilling. Damn, that is a sweet Earth, you might say. Wrong! Alright, ruling out the ice caps melting, meteors becoming crashed into us, the ozone layer leaving, and the sun exploding, we're definitely going to blow ourselves up. Okay, so basically we've got China, France, India, Israel, Pakistan, Russia, the UK, and us with nukes. We've got about 2,600 more than anybody else. Whatever. Anyway, one day we decide those Chinese sons of a bitches are going down. So we launch a nuke at China. While it's on its way, China's like, shit, who the fuck is shooting us? Oh well, fire missiles. Then France is like, shit guys, we got the missiles, they are coming, fire our shit. But I'm little tired.
I'm a little
Well,
tired.
have a nap. Then fire the missiles! Meanwhile, Australia is down there like, WCF, mate? India, Israel, and Pakistan launched their shit, so now we've got missiles flying everywhere, passing each other. Russia's like, ah, motherland! Then England's like, about that time, eh, chaps? Righto. So now the US is like, fuck, we're dumbasses. Canada's like, what's going on, eh? Australia's still like, WTF? Mars is laughing at us, and some huge meteor's like, well, fuck that. So, now we've got nuclear winter. Everyone's dead except Australia. And they're still like, WTF? But they'll be dead soon. Fucking kangaroos.
Fucking
But,
kangaroos.
assuming we don't blow ourselves up, us Californians just have to worry about California breaking off from the United States to go hang with Hawaii. Alaska can come too. The end!
Yo. Alaska can come too. But they'll be dead soon. Fucking kangaroos. The French are like, fire the nukes. But I'm a little tired. Okay, have a nap. Then fire the nukes. Yeah, this video is like a good 15, 20 years old. It said 16 years ago on YouTube, but I'm pretty sure I remember it like older than that. Oh, wait, hold on. Where's the music? There's no music. There's the music. How soothing. So we came up and we're sort of rejecting, right? We're not driving up. It's come up and price has rejected to come down here. I think it's going to grab more orders before driving up. Let's see. A high quality indecision candle here. Potato for a mic on that. What is that? You got pay-per-view back there?
Crispy.
Looking serious.
I gotta make sure I can see your entry, bro.
True. Because when I enter, it'd be like this. Alright, chat. Taking a buy above the highs here. Got a buy stop on the break of the highs, chat. If you got a really good 8K, like 40K TV, you could probably see it. Damn, look at gold negative 50,000 here, or negative 5,000. They just in case, right? They have these numbers. These are just in case, chat, right? In case shit. Like, if you ever see the price of gold somewhere here, we probably don't have too much to live. We don't have much time left.
World is over.
The fun's done. Finito. Finish. Kaput. Or buy a crossbow, those up. Hide some food in the forest at that area.
I'm not finished.
You think gold will take out that long wick? You mean up? Or this to the left on the daily? Like, I'm not sure what time frame you're looking at. What you lifting, Eddie? His desk. Stand-up desk. Oh, you missed the gym today?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. It's alright.
I can go tomorrow.
Did they miss you?
Yeah, I bailed on my partner today.
Did you get a call like, hey, we missed you at the gym today?
They see me every Monday, the same guy. So I'm pretty sure he was like, what the hell?
Word, who's this weirdo? He doesn't even have a membership. Why does he keep coming? Who keeps letting him in? No, but if it didn't really miss you, then I guess you didn't miss my... Like, why would you want to be where people don't want you? Or don't care if you're there. Spoil their time. Spoil their evening another night. Today nothing? No, we oh, yeah, that's... Sending a like your way. Beautiful. What's up, TT? Thank you for coming through. Yeah, we're almost done here. I mean, we had an early trade. It was a dub. We needed to reach resistance here before a retest of the lows, which I think we will retest before we make a decision up or down. And if we don't retest 2110, in order for us to come up and grab the higher time frame resistance and fill the range on gold, right? And fill the higher time frame range that it created. We have a resistance 2119. We have a support here at 2110, right? In order for us to fill that, I think we're going to have to retest the support to drive off of it. We've tapped it, right? But now support, resistance, and what gold does very well is it's very technical and it fills the range after it creates it. So it should fill the range before actually rejecting up. But the drive up, I'm not really looking for a drive down here unless we actually tap 2113. We didn't, so I think we might still, we just kind of might range in this area. We can trickle down 2110, and after that, I think this is going to be roughly pre-London. Last few days we've ranged between 10 and 2, and around 2 a.m. market tends to drive off our levels. I think we might range at around 2110, slowly trickle down here and then drive up, retest the highs, and then for London, New York, right, we'll test the highs for London, and for New York we'll make a decision whether we continue up to all-time highs or we pull back. Highest you ever been, like 35,000 feet. That's about it. That's about it. Trade started, right? No, we already had a trade. We opened and closed. They just missed your payments? Who? Who missed my payment?
American Express got a hitman looking for me.
See, so we've never had higher time frame levels established, but they're gonna, if that's the case, you'll have them form on the smaller time frame, right? The 5, the 15 will be your indications if you're looking at for all-time highs or areas where there's not much historical price data. Look to the 5, which will turn into the 15, right? And eventually the higher time frames will also start basing their support and resistances off those smaller time frame levels, right? So not every, just like in regular ranges, right? Not every 5 and a 15 closure is a, right, is a 30 closure or an hourly closure. But once in a while, like once out of every 4, it is, right? Or once out of every 6, it is, roughly. And when those fall in line at the same level, you'll have those levels established. So 1 out of these 6 minor levels, right, will be a major level on average. Everybody follow my logic? Yes? Because there are roughly 6 5-minute candles or 4 15-minute candles in the hour, or 6 5-minute candles in the 30, right? So you that's why your chances are like 1 in every 6, 1 in every 4. So you'll have these low, you'll have the hourly and the 30 fall in line and follow the 5, just not every 5, maybe 1 out of every 5. Yes, one person follows my logic. Everyone else is playing Fortnite. W.
I switched fully to futures now. I'm on Tradeovate. You can trade gold on there as well. It's pretty similar pricing. It's only off by like 90 pips. Like down to like a minute, 30-minute candles, everything looks the same.
All right, not bad. So how long you been doing this? A couple of days?
A week and a half. So I've been taking the same trades as you guys and Don, and every trade basically lines up pretty evenly.
But
Exactly the same.
what about, what's your margin?
So it's by contract size. So each contract requires a certain amount of margin to open. So I'm opening the mini contracts, which takes the least amount. So I open up like 4 or 5 of them to close partials.
What's the least amount? What do you mean?
Like you can open up a contract with like $50, or you can open up a contract with like $2,000, depending on if it's a mini contract or a micro contract.
So what's like comparable to 10 lots?
So probably like maybe 5 contracts, 10 contracts. So on the minis, I open up.
What would I need in balance to hold in balance in order to open up those contracts?
I can tell you right now. I can set a limit, and I think it'll tell me.
One mini is $10 per pip. Yeah, but I don't want to open up. I don't want to open up 10 trades, right? Eddie Lifts needs to Eddie
In order to
learn.
close
He's learning.
partials- Yeah, in order to close partials like that, you would have to open up like 20 micros for a 10 lot or 40 micros or something like that. I haven't gotten it completely down yet. All I know is that for my account, I use a five mini contracts for gold.
For a 5 lot, you use 5 mini. So you open 5 separate positions.
No, that's like the equivalent to like maybe a 1 lot. A 2
Okay,
lot
so
maybe.
you can open up one position at 10 mini, right?
Right, yeah, and then I can close each one individually if I wanted to do
So-
partials.
So let's say I open up 10 minis as one position. Can I close half of it, or I need to open up 2 5 minis and
No,
then
you can
close one
half
out?
that. You can close half that. I usually just close full because I'm not like super versed in the platform yet. So I just kind of close full and
What kind of leverage do they give you?
It's weird. It's per contract size, so it's like it's just a certain amount of money to it's they don't really charge. It's like weird. You have to look it up for you to like really understand it, but they kind of just hold your money to open up the contract for you. So like depending on the contract, it could be like $2,000 to open up one full-size contract. So you can open up 10 of them, you would need like 20 grand. So if you have like $100,000 account, you can maybe open up 10 lots, I would say would be the equivalent before it's like your full margin.
Mhm.
It is a lot less. So you would need a larger account. But it is regulated US. Then if you look up MGC, which is what I'm trading, and look up that price like on the 15 and 30. It's
But hold on,
$7.
Tradeovate is the software, or is it also the broker?
It's also the broker.
Right. But you can go do the same thing on TD Ameritrade, right?
I believe so, yeah. And you can also use Ninja Trader. I use Tradeovate because that's what Javier recommended, and he was been using it for like 4 months now.
I think
So,
Javier was using a couple of different ones. I gotta ask him which one was his preferred one. I think I'm gonna.
4 months
I
is a
think
long
that's gonna
time.
be something I'm gonna try out, and if maybe possibility, I'm gonna look into it.
The part you trade red on TradingView,
Mm-hmm.
so it's pretty.
Oh,
it's
like
not so bad.
TradingView is the actual platform.
You can use Tradeovate as a platform, or you can switch it, or you can connect it to TradingView and use it on TradingView, which is what I did.
That's interesting. If I do that, maybe we could just run the streams live here. Off
Yeah, it'll
TradingView.
send you a notification to your Tradeovate account with your opening and closing and things like that. Your stop loss and break even, you have to set it before you enter the trade, which is a little bit different.
Yeah, but you can move it and adjust it during the trade, or no?
I haven't set a stop loss or TP, to be honest, yet. I've just been manually entering and closing trades.
Commissions are
I've
high,
been-
so is margin requirement. What does that mean? Well, what's the leverage that's going to determine the margin that I have? You can move it and adjust after. That's also that's time consuming, right? Because I trade with no stops. I've like on the terminal, I don't have TPs or stop losses. It's just everything's manual.
Once you enter a trade, you can modify it and add your TP after, and then it pops up on your screen.
So let's say right now we took 11 pips, right? What's the earnings on that? What did you open that with? You had 5 lot?
So I had 5 contracts, and I closed about 11 pips on the dot, and I made $100. So 5 mini micro contracts. If I would have done that with,
what do you mean 5? Hold on. You made off a 5 lot. You made $100. That's 2 pips.
No, it's not technically a 5 lot. It's like, I would say that's the equivalent of a 1 lot. 5 micro contract.
5 micro.
10 pips is about the equivalent. So the way I figured it out was I calculated what I used to use on MetaTrader, what I would make for 10 pips, and then I just started adding contracts until I made that same amount in 10 pips.
Hold on. 5 micros is 0.5 lots, El Jefe is saying. Right? So 0.5 lots, you took 11 pips. That's $60.
On my end, it came out to 100. So I guess double that. So 5 micros would be the same as 1 lot.
So it would be like 1 lot. Okay. 5 micros, same as 0.5 lots. No, it would be a 1 lot. So then 1 micro is like 0.2 lots.
Yeah.
So 0.2 lots per micro. Okay. And so you got 11 pips, and then move. And you got your so how much was your commission on there, or is there commission on there?
No commission.
No commission, and
there is commission on your opening and your closing, but it's small. It's like a couple dollars.
Okay. And how much of a stop loss could you take on that?
So the stop loss, I had it at 100 pips. I would lose $500. Yeah, so that's basically how I calculated it.
Okay.
Yeah, I use 5 micros. If you open up a regular one, that's every pip moves like $20.
I need, you know what we need? We need Javier on here. Where's Javier?
Oh yeah, he explained a lot over the chat with me.
Chat's on your ass, bro. No, don't hold him to it. He could butcher it. Like, I'd probably be butchering too. Javier was just like, we were in private session. Javier was talking about, because that's what he does.
Like I said, I've only been doing it for like a week and a half, so it's not bad.
Yeah, next time, if he's on tomorrow, I think I'm going to talk to him tomorrow here on stream. Because, no, it's not just for me. Like, I'm curious. I want to know, right? But I'll test things out, like, on my own. I'm flooded with messages from US traders. What do we do? How do we, like, I'm flooded. My DMs on all the platforms are flooded with like that question. So if I could test it out and then trade it live in front of you to see how it would work, it might be a good solution for a lot of people. But I think it would be very valuable, not just for me, for everybody, if we have a discussion from people that actually do this. So yeah, Javier would be a cool person to talk to.
Yeah, I opened up 5 contracts. My entry was at 21.23 and I closed at 20. Damn, I don't even know how to read this.
Normally you can change from contract to lots on your platform setting.
I opened up 5 micros and my profit was 108. And I closed at the exact same time you did, fully at about 10 pips.
Okay. Just log into trading your paper account. You see trader. I want to see how it works. If I can change it between lots and like it's fine. Like I don't really care for margin, right? I'll just deposit more money. But like, so a lot of people have a small account. That's what sucks.
You can't use CTrader in the US. As soon as it'll ask you as soon as you download the app, are you in the US? You put yes, and then it closes the app. Doesn't even let you demo.
What's it gonna do if you say no? Be like, nope.
I haven't tried it. I would have to do the app and then re-download it to do it again.
Be like, nope. Welcome. We've been looking for you. Funded futures accounts like Top Step are 100 for a 100K account. Billed monthly, but if you pass in a month, you're good. Cheaper than. I gotta like, cause if the only difference is language or like what things are called, but the concept is pretty much the same, then it sounds like a viable solution.
You basically just have to figure out if you're going to open up regular contracts or micro contracts or mini contracts or whatever. So that's the difference. Concept is the same.
Interesting. Is this closing? Oh yeah, this is the 4-hour driving down, right? Yeah, chat. What you're gonna need, the way we printed here, you're gonna need to tap 2110 and close back above 2113. If I'm being honest here, for me to take buys, you're gonna need to tap 2110 and get a closure back up above here. So, and the way we've been printing the last couple of weeks when volume's coming in, we tend to range between like 10 and 2 and 11 and 2. So if I were you, I would wait for volume time for London, pre-London, before looking for the volume candle, right? Because you can get your setup and it'll drive back in range and not drive the way it's supposed to because it's just not enough volume, and then volume comes in and the same setup will play out. Alright. One lot is the same as one GC contract. If you trade 10 lots, you use 10 GC. What's GC? General contractor?
GC is the name of the gold futures contract name is what you would search up. So you search up on trading. You could see the gold
gold ticker. I got you. All right. Yeah, I mean, it'll be something we'll check out. I hope hopefully Javier's on here tomorrow on the Zoom, and I mean, we'll discuss the community. Has a lot of questions. Yeah.
He's been hopping back and forth because he likes to swing, but he has had a features account for 4 months.
Okay, so yeah, he's more knowledgeable. We low-key need someone to break shit down one day. Yeah, I mean, I think we can do this on stream. If it's a viable solution for US residents, it's something I'll test out, and maybe we can do this on stream. These ads are hilarious. There hasn't been a single ad, brother. In my FTMO account, 100 contracts in gold equals 1 lot. Best part is futures are centralized withdrawals are in BTC where you lose hundreds on big withdrawals. No, you lose hundreds on paying taxes. What do you mean there has been 0 ads? I just had a 30-minute ad about where on YouTube? It can't be like it. You can't get ads because in order for you to get ads, I'd have to click a button. There's a setting here, which well, I can't show you the screen, but it says ads. Like let YouTube do the ads, or do it yourself, and I have it set on manual, and I'd actually have to click a button. Oh, you mean the conversation? But there's no. It's only Trade-of-8, and Trade-of-8 is the future sponsor of this stream. Right, Trade-of-8?
Do whatever you want, chat. This is for me, myself, and I.
This stream in the future will be sponsored by Trade-of-8. They just don't know it yet. Click it or tick it. Yeah, gang, let's call it. I'm not gonna have a position here until at least pre-London. But for me, I think I'm done for the night. I'm gonna be back on in the morning. We had a good morning. We're gonna have a good night here. You're gonna need to close back up above 21.13 to get these buys. No. You know why US can't trade metals, only futures? Yes, the 2008 recession, which was followed by the Dodd-Frank Act, and that law is part of the Dodd-Frank Act. Google it, look it up. That's what I did. Chat, that's my time. I was gonna flip the tape, but there will be no tape flipping. We're just gonna head straight to the outro. Zoom gang, appreciate you. Eddie, thanks for coming through. Thanks for the chat. Hopefully we get Javier on tomorrow. Mods, thank you so much. Chat, love and wisdom to you all. Green, appreciate you. Zoom gang, I'll see you guys tomorrow, same time, same place, 8 p.m. Eastern, live here on YouTube, as I see you every single weekday. Go follow the IG. Drop a like here. Sub to the channel. That's my time. And just like that, another Asian session is in the books. Good night, everybody.